Good morning, fourth grade online learners. Welcome to April 12th, 2021 science class with me, Mr. Monzo. Mr. Casper's class is here right now, and they are doing the Science PSSA practice test number 2, which can be found on Google Classroom. If you guys at home get a chance, would you please do this for me? Even if you're not taking the Science PSSAs, it's good practice just to see what you know. So I suppose it's optional if you're not going to take the Science PSSA this year, but if you want to practice and see what your score is, you can give it a try. It will not count as your grade. It's on Google Classroom. Okay, but as far as this week's lesson, we are learning about the outer planets in the solar system, and I did some research on the website and found out that these are called the gas giants. There was a time when I thought that all planets were made of solid material, and I learned from being a science teacher that the gas giants, the last 4 planets, are actually gas. I don't know if we could ever send a spaceship there, if we'd be able to land on that planet, because it's made of gas. I don't believe any part of it's solid. So Earth and its neighbors, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, are the 4 planets closest to the Sun. They are called the inner planets. The inner planets are smaller than most of the other planets in the solar system. The inner planets all formed from dense rock. Although they are made of similar materials, they are not exactly alike. Earth has 1 moon revolving around it. Mars has 2 small moons. Neither Mercury nor Venus has a moon. Mercury has many large and small craters. These craters are very old. There are plains between the craters. Venus has highlands and rolling hills as Earth's land areas do. Venus also has lowlands, much like Earth's ocean floors. Mars has a dusty reddish surface and many volcanoes. Mars is the planet most like Earth. We just sent a robot there, and it's really sending back some interesting information about Mars. The 5 planets farthest from the Sun are called the outer planets. The outer planets are very different from the inner planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are often called the gas giants. They are the largest planets in the solar system and are made up mostly of gases. Okay, so there might be some solid material to them, but they're mostly gases. Pluto, some people consider it a planet, others don't. That's changed back and forth over the years. But for the most part, people will say there's 9 planets. Jupiter is the largest planet. In fact, more than 1,000 Earths would fit inside Jupiter. It's so big that all the other planets would fit inside it. A huge storm in Jupiter's atmosphere, called the Great Red Spot, is more than twice the size of the Earth. Jupiter rotates so quickly that one day is only 10 hours long. Like the other gas giants, Jupiter is made up of mostly gases. It is covered by a very deep atmosphere that has high and low clouds. Jupiter's clouds change color daily. They move in bands in opposite directions. Jupiter has at least 63 moons. Scientists think more will be discovered. One of its moons, Io, has active volcanoes on it. Saturn. In 2004, the Cassini spacecraft began sending close-up images of Saturn's bright light, beautiful rings. These rings are made of pieces of ice, dust, and rocks. Most pieces are only a few centimeters, about an inch across. Some are as large as a house. Together, the rings are about 175,000 miles wide, but they are extremely thin. Saturn is the second largest planet. Like the other gas giants, it is covered by clouds. It also has a small but dense rocky center. Saturn has many moons. Uranus. Uranus is the 3rd largest planet. It is only 1/3 the size of Jupiter. As many as 64 Earths would fit into Uranus, but Earth is much denser than Uranus. Methane, a gas in the planet's atmosphere, gives Uranus its beautiful blue-green color. Uranus was discovered in 1781 by William Herschel. Its rings are very faint and were not discovered until 1977. Uranus has many moons. Most of them were found by Voyager 2 in 1986. You can find Uranus in the sky with binoculars if you know exactly where to look. Neptune. Neptune is the fourth largest planet in the solar system. It is the smallest of the four gas giants. Although it is slightly smaller than Uranus, Neptune has a greater mass. Its diameter is 4 times larger than Earth's. Neptune is almost 5 billion kilometers, about 3 billion miles from the Sun. Neptune has fewer moons than the other gas giants. It is a very active atmosphere. Winds can blow at 1,450 kilometers per hour. Neptune has huge storms. Some of these storms are as big as Earth. Last page, Pluto. Pluto is different from all the other planets. It is the smallest planet in the solar system. In fact, it is smaller than Triton, Neptune's largest moon. Unlike a gas giant, Pluto is rocky and icy. Its structure is more like that of a large comet. The shape of Pluto's orbit is more extreme and oval and is tilted compared to the orbits of other planets. Once every 248 years, Pluto is inside Neptune's orbit. In the 1990s, some scientists questioned whether Pluto is a planet because it is so different. Scientists noted that Pluto is like other objects in the outer solar system that are not planets. But in 1999, scientists classified Pluto as a planet because Pluto is larger than these other objects. So it kind of depends on what period of time and who you talk to, whether or not Pluto is considered a planet. Okay, online learners, hopefully you learned something today. That's all we're doing is learning from the book, and we'll have journal entries tomorrow. All right, say hello to all your brothers and sisters to me if you're at home, and we hope to see you back here soon. Bye-bye.